to see you. Hey, Juan, can you do an introduction? I know you're there. Toronto? Oh my goodness, Juan, I didn't know you were from Toronto. I should read profiles more carefully. That's awesome. Yay, Canada! Yay, 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 yay. Hi, we're at Patue, and we're talking about puppets in the classroom. And my name's Pi. Hi. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. What? Okay, hold on. Hey, I can be seen. My hair's not invisible. That's amazing. Wow. Chroma key problems. Hi, I'm Dewey. And, I was the first puppet. Lots of learning mistakes here. Why you gotta tell them that? They don't know. Hi. Wow, those lights are really bright. It might be too bright for me. Gotta wear shades. Can we do something about the lighting in here? The lighting's never right. Good Lord, but my hair looks wonderful. I'm Tina, and hi, WikiBrains. Hi, WikiBrains. Hi. What do you think of when you hear puppets in education? I always think of Mr. Rogers. Yep. In that land of make-believe with all those puppets in the tree. Who was it? It was Daniel Tiger. Hey, I have a friend who looks like Daniel Tiger.
Hello, I'm Stuart. And I'm out of the shot again. Always out of the shot. Hi. I was puppet number 2, and I'm just glad my green nose is visible. I don't completely understand that, but it's cool. It's very cool. WikiBrains says that if puppets are used properly, they can take down barriers between students and teachers, creating a more relaxed environment. I like that idea. More relaxed learning environment. You think people can learn better when they're relaxed? Do you? It's a yes, by the way. I'll give you hints. I'm a nice guy. What? Hold on. I tell you one thing. It's nearly impossible to get back to the Google Doc, scroll out the next question, moving from puppet to puppet. Hey Juan, have you said hi to Barb? She's great. Who else we got here? Hey Jeff. Jeff says puppets lighten the mood. Help students forget about other problems and focus on learning. Who doesn't enjoy watching puppets? Huh? Is it you? Show me who. I'm not at the basketball game. This is fake. And this isn't even my voice. Hold on. Awesome, from Brazil? Hello. Glad to have you. Do you know Juan? I think Juan's worked in Brazil. Unless I misread that too. Patue is an amazing international chap. And don't believe anything else they tell you. It stands for Puppets and Technology Used in Education. This still isn't my voice. Hold on. Hello. There we go. At least I can remember my voice, silly pie. So, WikiBrains, you're saying Darth Vader doesn't lighten the mood. Did you see the Wired post about how much Darth Vader weighs? It's a great physics problem. Really good STEM connection. Kind of cantilevered, kind of doo-wah thingy. I could throw up a link somewhere. Put that in the show notes. That's what they'd say if they were podcasting this. What do you mean? No, I don't think it can be. What? Now I'm just talking to myself. But really? Good gracious, look at that hole in my head. I'm Freddy, but you're not going to get to see much of me, because I'm a victim of chroma key. Sad. Turn the lights on. Oh yeah, that's so much better. FML.
What? What's that mean? Huh? FM what? Is that like radio? Huh?
Family connection? That's great. I don't think my sister's watching. Is she? Nope, I don't think so.
So pale. The lighting in here is horrible. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm never going to get a gig that's lit right. My agent, well, hold on, what? Okay. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'm here to talk to you about how puppets can be useful in a classroom. I work in a classroom, usually. We read Shakespeare. I got to play Portia today. Oh, Juan was shut down. He's back online now, though. Hopefully he'll get another question out. But, as Dr. Patterson was saying, it's really all about the eyes. As a teacher, if he's reading Shakespeare, he has to really look at Shakespeare, the text. But if he's got his hand up in the air and a pair of fake eyes on it, the kids kind of pay attention to that. It's weird, but they do. In fact, today, while he was reading, I was reading, he was reading. Oh, hold on. Anyway, we were reading. Yeah, we were reading, and we were doing a good job. But the kids were like, the puppet's kind of creepy because she's staring at me. She won't stop staring at me. Dr. Patterson, she's staring at me. And, I mean, that's a type of engagement, right? She's staring at me! She won't stop staring at me! But, really, there's a lot to be said about the power of eyes and video and engagement, and I think that it transcends just in the classroom and also connects to video. I mean, most of the puppets I've seen in education have been in video. Yeah, video! Like, on the camera, on the TV, Thanks, Dewey. Hey, let's go get a sandwich. I like sandwiches!
Now, Barb is doing activity where she's having her kids work with puppets to help, I'll take it, to help explain a math concept. And that's a really good tip with a nose. It's simple, but good, right? Makes sense. And Barb says the progress is slow, not easy. I think she's in 5th and 6th grade. Like bowling. Right. Puppeting is just like bowling. That makes me nervous because my head is round. Nervous. You can't scare the kids. The engagement thing doesn't work. Bill's like, what about Chucky with elementary kids? Yeah, that's great. You know how many scary puppets are out there? Like hundreds of thousands. What about all of the puppets from the Dark Crystal? What about the Skeksis? Huh? Those are some scary puppets. Obviously not the kind of engagement we're going for, right? Because what you want to do is create an environment that's fun and open, and where the mistakes that are being made by someone like you, but not exactly you. What? You mean puppets can provide a buffer? Oh, yeah. For a teacher, they're an extra pair of eyes, but for a kid, they're a buffer. I think of them like an extra pair of eyes, like if you ever look at a dog that's got those spots on its eyebrows, those false eyes, an extra pair of eyes like that. Keeps you safe from predators. That's a disturbing metaphor. I don't No, you're wrong. He's wrong. There you go. Well, I hope the channel's working better. I got a message from Jeff that says it wasn't. There's some other message coming in. Hold on. I don't even know where the phone. Here it is. Oh, she doesn't have the link. Hold on, wifey.
Hi. There we go. That's my voice. Barbara, kids sometimes want to make things real complex, you know. You notice what? That's not nice. What's that on my muzzle? Huh? Take that off. Phone was showing. So embarrassing. I'm bored of being that basketball game. Take me somewhere else. Here we go in the hallway. Yay! Barbara, kids can make puppets out of anything. I modeled for the kids some pretty complex puppets because, frankly, I want to keep them busy. No, that's not true. I want to challenge them, and I want to give them an artistic challenge and then support them in it, but it's a lot of work. Henson's got some great videos on YouTube about making puppets out of like carrots and sticks. Sticks? Woof, woof, woof. Sorry. Yeah. So let's send you that playlist. Let me find that real quick. Hold on.
Look, I'll try to be civil about this, but that's like calling a kid a wrong name, right? So, one's talking about liking to have a sentence that's kind of a catchphrase, I think. The puppet repeats over and over, like, boom! And every time the puppet comes out, the kids wait for him to say, wait for it, boom! Right? Mm-hmm. Love it. Having kids build puppets in class can be a great way to get multimodal. So you can kind of build them out of different things. Now, the puppets I'm using tonight are mostly puppets I've built out of foam, which is a little complex. There's easier puppets to build. Juan just posted a video with a bunch of different kind of puppets, and I recommend doing a lot of work just building puppets we build them out of socks and bags and popsicle sticks and shadow puppets and marionettes, and many kids have puppets at home. We build ours mainly only because we want to do some work on YouTube and create video that we can control the copyright over, which is just, well, silly for a lot of purposes. But we're kind of doing it this way, and I've got a puppet club of kids building them, but I'm not asking all the freshmen to build puppets. I'm asking all the freshmen to read Shakespeare. I'm putting a puppet on the end of their hand to keep them reading. I'll do whatever else they're willing to do or interested in doing. As long as we get through Julius Caesar and they understand it better, that'll be great. Hello, Melissa. Melissa's watching. Hi. She's my wife, and she's wonderful. Well, not my wife. His wife. I don't think you've even seen him. I saw his shoulder, probably. Huh.
Mama? Mama? Mama, are you there? I saw the tweet. Hi, Mama. Using the hashtag Patue. Doing good.
One's talking about finger puppets, and they're really cool.
We like finger puppets.
Done some work with finger puppets and a podcast I'm doing. It's kind of fun to get different people on the podcast to look like finger puppets.
Do you know iPad Sammy? He's Little Red Riding Hood, swear to God. It's hilarious. Got a video around here somewhere. I'm sure of it. Maybe we'll play it later. Hey, Juan, have you rolled out a question recently? I'm having too much fun. Yay. Oh, that's not right. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Mama says I can have food. Yay! Where's my crate? Food!
Well, Barbara's talking about things I don't know anything about. iMovie voice options? That sounds interesting. Oh, this green screen. This is just horrible. Hold on. Why can't I ever work anywhere with good lighting? What's your problem? Like, it's so hard to turn on a light or balance it or do my hair. Anyway, Barbara's talking about voices in iMovie. I've got to look that up. So many options. iMovie has some pretty good green screen, too. We're going to film Julius Caesar in green screen. There, that looks better, right? I thought so. So, yeah, we're going to film Julius Caesar in green screen. Now the question on the board. Patue chat. Question 3. Oh, yeah, I do have the leading role. Today, well, Melissa just asked a question, so I'm answering it, because she's great. Today, we read Julius Caesar, and I was Portia, and my husband's not telling me things, and I'm all like, well, if you don't involve me in your emotional life, then what am I here for? Can't you trust me? Look at how dedicated I am to you. See, I stabbed myself in the thigh. It's very dramatic Shakespeare. Yes, I've studied some. I've gone to school and trained. Mm-hmm. Hey Pie, you're getting offered a bone from some other dog. Do you want a bone? Maybe.
But sometimes I don't eat my bones. I just hold on to them. I take them because it's polite. But sometimes I don't like them. And then at night I just sleep with them in my bed because they were given to me. And in the morning, my friends come and eat them. And they're happy to see me. So please give me the bones and I'll give them to my friends. Thank you. Maybe. Where am I now? I don't like this. Let's go somewhere else. Yay, we're back at the basketball game, but no sound, no worries. No worries, Mama, no sound. Thanks for the... Yeah, sometimes Tina takes a close-up because she's an actress, if you know what I mean. I can't wink. Don't try to make me wink. My eyes are felt. Sometimes he's, not all there. But he means well. Are there questions in this chat? There must be a window down there somewhere. I'm going to go look. Hello! I'm Dewey. Sometimes he makes me stay in because I have some impulse control. What is it? Hi, I'm Dewey. Jeff just brought up a question. The lighting. Hello. The lighting's horrible. Jeff just brought up a question. Hi, Jeff. About how much we should have to work, and my shop steward isn't here right now, but I can tell you that we don't have the same kind of protections that like Showbiz puppets have. As teacher puppets, you suggested 44-minute classes and 2 preps. That'd be nice. try 60-minute classes, 5 preps. Okay, 3 preps, 5 sections. So, but as a puppet, sometimes we'll get passed from hand to hand and have to work each block every day. Sometimes with people we haven't been trained right with. It's actually pretty horrible. But, it's showbiz. Can we do something about the lights in here? I mean, really.
Ryan just said that he really likes teachers making videos about with puppets, and we're glad he said that. He's got kind of a vested interest in the process, a little bit, but we're glad anyway. And Jeff just asked the question about what's Bloom's hierarchy for puppets. And I'm so glad you asked, Jeff, because it starts with just, what's the regular basic level of Bloom's hierarchy, right? It's just kind of looking at the, I've got my Blooms right here. Hold on, Jeff, it's just making to create, like understanding to using, over here. Understanding to using to making and creating. And it's the same for teachers. Like, really, teachers need to be comfortable with puppets in general before they try to teach with them. Juan was just saying that teachers need training to work with puppets. Like, this guy below me has spent years being what's the polite term? Introspective person talking to his hand. That's worth something. But he gets tips every day on how to puppet better. In fact, puppeting is one of those things that people will just give you all kinds of advice about. Most of it's pretty useful. Jeff, why are you afraid of the puppets? Don't be afraid of the puppets, Jeff. The puppets mean you no harm. Jeff Bradbury, at TeacherCast. How do we see puppets in education? Well, Dewey believes
we can't just be consumers. We must be empowered producers of the texts that rule our lives. Hashtag StuVoice. StuVoice, StuVoice. Right? Did I read that right?
We'll tell you why politicians are afraid of puppets. Politicians, turn off the green screen. There we go. Hi guys, I'm Fred. And politicians are afraid of puppets because we're freaking awesome. I mean, really. Like, we also kind of expose the whole thing, right? There's obviously a man with his hand up my ass. I mean, but, sorry. I'm sorry, FCC, I'm sorry. Sorry. Enough, thank you. But the politicians are trying to make some kind of a show of it. And frankly, I believe they're jealous of our free expression. They want to be able to tell it like it is, like we do. Let it all hang out. But they can't. Nope. Thanks, Juan. Jeff asked about voice, and I've been getting some criticism that all of my puppet voices sound the same. So it's hard, especially considering the fact that, as a teacher, I talk too much anyway. Having more voices to work with, got an itch. Having more voices to work with is difficult to keep them straight. I messed them up several times tonight. It's true. Anybody else got something to say about voice?
I do!
I don't know if we...
I do!
Dewey, can you please keep it down?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm too loud, and I don't use my inside voice because I get excited. It's very exciting being a puppet, I guess. What's going on down there? Well, you better fix my hair. Well, goodbye, everybody. This has been a really great chat, and I know we're going to do it again because this guy's nuts about puppets and Twitter chats, so doing both at the same time makes a lot of sense. Well, to him. Anyway, this is Tina, signing off for Patue, from Patue Central, where the lighting is never quite right.
Thank you, Tina. Your input is always so clear. Thanks. Really great. Great having you all. Appreciate stopping by and doing Patue with us. See you next Tuesday. Patue. Get it? Patue. 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 What?
What?
Oh, hey, Pie. Come on up, Pie.
Good night, Mama. What?
So, Pie.
Yeah?
Check it out. This is the first time there's been two of us on the screen.
That's pretty cool. So, what do you want to do later?
I don't know. The State of the Union address is on.
Should we watch that?
Maybe. We could watch that with Jeff. He's going to do a Google Hangout.
So we could sit around in front of our webcams and watch the president talk and, what? Why would we do that? That sounds horrible.
But that's like a 21st century way to enjoy things, is to watch them on the first screen and have a second screen open and be hanging out with your friends on Google Plus and talking about the president and drones and whatnot.
That sounds horrible.
It really isn't.
No, it really is. I mean, why not just stick hot pokers in our eyes?
That's not the same at all.
Okay. I'm gonna go scratch my butt on the carpeting.
We have such different priorities.
Agreed.
Thanks, Juan. Really. This has been so much fun. And we have to figure out how to do this more because it's just too much fun. We could, have puppets talking to each other over Skype next time, maybe. Or a bunch of puppets talking in a Google Hangout, and I could broadcast that Google Hangout. My buddy Jeff does that. He does. I need a Jeff puppet, but I have to figure out how to give a puppet a brush cut. No. Right, Jeff? Thanks. You're not gone yet? Okay, but I'm turning this off.